Go Hard is our next song, which again, I will mention that I do know this song. I checked it out in my Patreon reaction to the Twice tour, checking out some fan cams. That song was part of the videos that I was checking out. I love the song, but I didn't see the lyrics, so this gives me a chance to do that. So what you're going to see is like obviously not a first ever reaction to this song. So I'm sorry if that's going to disappoint some people.
Whoa, we just go hard till we see the light. Whoa, 나 그냥 걸어가 저 빛이 이끄는 대로 쉽게 물러서지 않아 작다고 약하지 않거든 난 뭐든 상관없으니까 I'm go harder, harder, harder yeah 파도가 치고 가시 부려도 결국엔 내가 승자니까 흔들고 미쳐도 I'm unbreakable
I love this song so fucking much. Seeing the lyrics now. Ooh. Special.
We just go hard. We just go hard.
Ugh. Twice really has some nasty drops. The Whoa reminds me of a very popular song that I can't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember, but it just sounds incredibly familiar, like a song from like maybe 5, maybe even 10 years ago. Anyway, let's get back into it. Ooh, nice. As long as we have each other, nice.
We just go hard.
This goes hard, indeed.
We just go hard. We just go hard. We just go hard. We just go hard.
I like how nonchalantly she says that. Like, we just go hard. Like, what do you want? That's the way we go.
We just go hard.
Probably one of the most addicting choruses of Twice ever. And that's saying a lot, because this album already has some incredibly addicting choruses. I fucking love this song. Like, I loved the song before, because like the message is pretty straightforward, but also like seeing more of the actual lyrics. Talking about, I like this whole fucking album is talking about opening your eyes to so many different things. Whether it's like something more biblical with desires and temptations, something more about being true to yourself and opening up your eyes and not being depressed anymore, being up no more, going hard until I reach my goal, which they talked about like in Believer. Like, I see the light, so I believe in you, you're tough and all that kind of stuff. Like, this song is almost kind of like builds up on the other songs, and this shows them as like these battle-tested individuals who went through everything, and they just go hard. Like they say it in such a nonchalant way, especially Sana towards the end when she's just I just go hard. Like like it's like part of life. They can't do anything but go hard. That's just their norm. That's their gear that they're going in. And I like the lyrics of like I'm unbreakable and my only opponent is the woman in the mirror. You are the only one who you're facing off against. Which ties into this entire album because like the temptation is fighting yourself. Like the temptations are within yourself. Depression is you against yourself. Believing in yourself, but also they tie in Twice as a group. As long as we're together, nothing can stop us. So even if you fucking push me around and whatever thorns hit me and all that kind of stuff, I'm still going to end up being on top. I really, really like the premise of the song a lot. As long as we have each other, I fear nothing. Which also fearing nothing, being brave. Again, I feel like I'm mentioning that song for like the fifth time. I just really, really love that song. And the hurtful words stab and wound me. You make me feel special. Like the girls make each other feel special, which is a nice little thing to, in the future, I believe, of, feel special. Because the hurtful words, as far as like negativity and toxic fucking haters and all that kind of stuff, whatever they see online and whatever shit they go through, whether it's in person or on the internet, like having you by my side is what makes me feel special and unstoppable. So don't be surprised by our unexpected twist. I'm gonna get better, and that is literally kind of like a bit of a foreshadowing in terms of them legitimately getting better. And then like the various, like the Misamo subunit, Gio, Nyan with her album as well, all of that kind of stuff, and just the progression of Twice in general and their maturity and all. I really, really love the song. It really kind of like emphasizes all of their struggles and their almost like metamorphoses into the Twice that we know and love today. So without hardships, you're not really going to turn into a diamond without pressure. So I feel like this is almost like a turning point in with them literally the album being called Eyes Wide Open. Now that they have opened their eyes completely, they can move on in the world and nothing will stop them because they've been through everything. Emotionally, romantically, spiritually, mentally, everything and everything. As long as they're together, everything's going to be okay. Oh, I heard parts of this, I think, right? I think? Maybe on Time to Twice too? Oh. Oh. I'm off guard. Hurt me all you want. Oh. Like you. Nice. Nice. Ooh. Now we're connecting to the first two songs. Ooh. As long as they're alright. Ooh. Damn, this was awesome. Like, there's like a lyric in Hell and Heaven saying, "Save me on something like heaven's door is about to close." Like literally, this is the shot clock. It's like the final minute, and you have to come and get me. If you really want this, you have to take the step. And if you're caught off guard, then you're going to lose. The song is a lot more fun than kind of like the picture that I imagined in my head. That has to do with temptation and all that kind of stuff, and the more biblical nature of like hell and heaven and can't stop me and all that kind of stuff. But like literally, this almost like feels like all bets are off, or like all of the cards, all of the chips are on the table, and there's like you have one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you've ever wanted. Everything you ever wanted. Would you capture it? Or this has nothing to do with 8 Mile. What am I doing? I really, really like this song. I love how like chaotic the instrumental is, and like twice are going off here. A little sassy and a little bit, suggestive a little bit, but which is really, really cool. I really enjoy that. Like they're really hyping up like this moment of like all bets are off, and you have just one shot to make this. And if you don't, then you're screwed. And, I would probably not make the shot because too much nervousness makes me shy to shoot the basket, Anyway. Handle It by Twice is our next song today. Let's get into it. I cannot handle it. Nope, by the way.
말라버린 내 두 눈에 바람이 불어시려 굳이 애써 저문 눈물이 흘러 괜찮을 거라 말해줘 태양이 뜨는지 지는지는 몰라도 네가 보고 싶어 그 말은 이유가 명다 소용없단 걸 넌 더 잘 알잖아 손을 얹고 손 대답해봐 모르는 척하지마 돌아갈 길을 나는 잊었어 이젠 찾을 수도 없어 Ain't got no better way, better way, better way Cause I can't handle it 아무 말도 들리지 않아 여기 있을게 널 돌아오게 될 거야 Oh I can't handle it 더 멀어지지만 내게서 Baby come quick We shoot down call it quits Cause I can't handle it
Damn.
기억의 스티커처럼 떼어내버려도 자국이 남아서 더 쳐다보여
Thicker, thicker.
불이 꺼질 수가 없게 네 흔적들이 여기저기 남아있잖아 다 들어가 다 들어가 멍이 들어 새파랗게 가슴을 타고 자꾸 번져만 가 커져버렸어 내 맘속에 비오는 밤도 몰라
Jesus Christ. Going from Nayeon to Chongyeon, holy shit. Momo. Oh.
Baby
Ooh.
모든 collie quits.
Ooh.
'Cause I can handle it.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
'Cause I can handle it.
Oh, holy shit. That was beautiful. That was very different from all of the songs so far. This was absolutely beautiful. I mean, the girls' vocals are just incredibly, almost like the I Can't Handle It almost like sounds kind of like heartbreaking. It portrays like one person being in love, the other person kind of like falling out of love, wanting to escape, but you don't want to because you don't know what you are going to do with yourself if this were to end. Like there were some really cool metaphors of feeling like there's like this tight weight on your chest. I believe it was in a black and bruised. It keeps smudging on my chest, almost like the pain, almost like this metaphorical rock that I cannot take away, that is suffocating me and putting me in a state of anxiety. It's gotten bigger. I don't know how to empty it in my mind. Like my mind is absolutely consumed by the idea of like not being able to handle this post relationship life. Back to the old spot where the waves were swept away, going back to a place where our love was sparked, and now I'm back in that place, and the waves, which is the sea that is consuming and depression. There's a lot of like, I believe in hell and heaven, or in one of the songs, Up No More, there's like mention of sea and darkness and all that kind of stuff, which is really really heartbreaking. Twice really expresses a lot of like hurt of not being able to go through past this relationship, and almost like kind of like in a way bargaining to not end this relationship because I wouldn't be able to manage and handle it, quite literally. Well, not literally. I wouldn't be able to handle it without you. There's a lot of like representation of uh, tell me you're going to be okay. I don't know if the sun is up or down, but I miss you. All those reasons are all the excuses are useless. Put your hands and answer. Don't pretend you don't know. That I've forgotten my way back and I can't find it anymore. Like the lyrics definitely portray like a lot of sadness and pain and losing your way and wanting to almost kind of like bargain, as the chorus is talking about not being able to handle this breakup, and not knowing what to do in order to get better, and almost like saying I'll be here, you'll be back, almost like quite bargaining or kind of like being in denial about this relationship and about the fact that I want you more than you've ever wanted me. And it's just kind of like sad because we do have like those kinds of relationships. I literally talked about it in my Stray Kids' Han had a solo song called Miserable You and I, that kind of like touches a little bit. There's a little bit of this subject in this one, and like two people who one of which fell out of love, and one is still very much in love so madly. And the bargaining and the denial and the emphasis on like the sadness of losing this person and not wanting to quit when the person already probably made up their mind. This was a very different song that really touched on a lot of sadness, which will also kind of like help in terms of like the overall album's name being called Eyes Wide Open. This will make them open their eyes, and maybe even potentially, I think this is more of a prequel to the things that are to come, in terms of making them a stronger version of themselves and a stronger human being who has struggled through life, whether it's physically, mentally, relationship wise, and all that kind of stuff. This was beautiful, sad, tragic, but beautiful nonetheless. And the "I can handle it" line just is incredibly heartbreaking.